says Dark Heresy.
It shouldn't say Dark Heresy, but I'm going to leave it. So, hello and welcome, everyone.
It says Warhammer Fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, no, that's all fine. Welcome back, everyone, to the Dumbass class, where Twitch is still being annoying. But we are back with our Warhammer Fantasy Day, where, in the last episode, a couple of our warband members had some strange events happen to them. The one we're going to focus on for the moment is one of our elves. She had a vision-type dream of being in an ancient forest, being part of that forest, and then watching it slowly die around her. Keeping control, not falling to anger, spite, or madness, just accepting its fate. Until one of its oldest allies, one of its kin, was attacked or felt as if it cried out in pain and that it needed to help. Now, this vision was strong enough and had enough magical flavour to it that Livia was able to determine the direction into the heart of the forest that the ship is currently berthed at, or is now berthed at. Also, one of our wizardy folk decided to look up at the stars and was given a time limit to complete their task, or a bad omen would befall this area. Now, there was some talking last time. The team have 11 hours to get to this place. I'm basically going to be generous and say that you all do your discussing and your talking and your wasting of time whilst on the move. So as you dart off the ship, you didn't ask for any mercenaries, so you don't have any hirelings with you. The only people you have is your warband.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Did I drop for a second?
I think you must have dropped.
No, I think you cut out for a moment on my end at least.
So I will point out, I watched the recording back. It is a Discord thing, not a Twitch thing. So yeah, it's Discord that's dropping me, and it's got nothing to do with me. It's just Discord. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. No, but this is the thing. I get amazing MS, whatever you want to call it. It never drops. It's always green. Well, normally always green.
I mean, it's not a tabletop session without, an issue from Discord. So
this is true. So as you dart off into the forest, bypassing the small hamlet that's next to it, a wood cutting bunch. And reminder for how the forest looks at the moment: it's a managed forest for the first 200 meters, at least into as far as the eye can see. It seems to be a managed forest, so every year it's being cut down. Firewood is being taken, trees are being harvested, but you charge off. So, can Livia give me a magical sense as you dart off into the woods? Let me just come over to the map of Nullen. I need your warband's flag. Where is it?
Sure is a good thing that we, wandered into the forest without asking in the village first.
I did say I was going to be a few feet ahead of the group. Should I roll silent movement?
Ah, there it is. Why is it all the way up there? How odd. So if you're going to go silent move at the moment, then you're going to end up behind everyone, unless everyone is doing silent move. As I said, you're in the managed part of the forest. This is not like you can see you can see people working in the woods. So if you want, you can slow down the group and roll silent move.
No, that's fine. I'll just be a little bit ahead of the group.
Can I just make note of the direction we're coming in to the forest from? Like we're coming in from the west, going east, or west going like north, or whatever.
Sure. Give me a survival check.
I do have the orientation talent, which that means that I always know which way north is.
Okay. Let me just think about this. So it is early morning, so you can use the sun to direct you. You know where north is. So you should. So you always know where north is?
It says I should always know which way north is, but it also gives me a +10 navigate if that's kind of like if want to give me if
So no, it's very easy to tell where north is when you have certain indicators. Like it's morning now. If you know roughly where north is, and then you look to where the sun's coming up from, you can triangulate. Okay, no, that's got to be not true north, but as true as you can get it.
Yeah.
It's just once you're in a forest where you can't see the sun, you can't see out, you can't see. That's where you may struggle a bit. But yeah, for whilst you run in, you know where north is, where the sun, where the you can essentially, as long as you keep in this path and you keep orientated, you should be all right.
Okay.
But you will need to do a test later on. Like if you're in combat and you're moving around and running around, you'll have to do probably a survival follow trail test to figure out, okay, actually I was stood here when the combat began. Was facing that way. Well, that means that's where I came from. Kind of a jobby.
Couldn't he just use my magical sense to tell where north is? Because my magical sense should lead us west.
Your magical sense is leading you into the heart of the forest. Yes, that's true. But once you're moving round, and it's not a direct, you're not getting a direct pull. It's not leading you there. It's more a divining rod. You have the area, but the area, if you're not exact, can still lead you going round in circles. It's just how trying to find a location that you don't have a pinpoint to. You've just got to, there'll be tests, but you should be all right. You're all quite high leveled. So you dart off into the woodland. Does anyone want to do anything before you dart off? I know Aurelia is taking point.
I do actually. While I'm moving, I'll be checking for ranger signs, secret signs. Basically, there's a marking stating that this is wolf area, this is bear area. Don't go this way, go this way, and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
So, probably need to fail this because, yep, failed.
Oof.
So, I'll be nice because you've only just entered the forest. For the first hour, you're just running through kept forest.
And I have a question.
Yes.
Are there any secret signs around that belong to the rangers, the woodsmen?
That's what we've just rolled. It even says it in chat. It even says secret signs rangers.
Well, it doesn't for me.
Does it not? Really? Huh.
I can't see the. Let me roll it myself. See if that refreshes chat, or if I just have to refresh.
Have you scrolled down to the bottom of the page?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
What is the last thing you see, Yasina?
It is the green text.
You're missing Livia
Yeah.
and Aurelia's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it, see if that catches the chat.
Might be a good idea to just refresh what.
Yeah, because you're missing 2 rolls. I mean, we did see.
Fair. I'm gonna quickly refresh because whatever I rolled, I can't see that either. So
You can't even see your own rolls. Oh dear.
That's not a good sign.
it's escalating.
So, at the moment, Aurelia, you can see some signs. There are markings on some of the larger trees. Again, you're still in the managed area. It's only been an hour of you running forwards. Well, in the right direction. You can see that some of the trees are clearly marked for... These aren't trees that get cut down. You know, they're just big old trees that are left to go to seed or fruit or what have you. And there are markings.
I can see them.
Cool. So you can, at this moment in time, at least see some human ranger marks that indicate that, you know, town is this way, the hamlet is this way, safety here. But you don't see anything other than that. So, another hour goes past. Hang on, let me just double check, because I think it's right. 92. Yeah. Okay. So another hour passes and you're finally coming into the area where the trees are getting much closer together. There's more bracken and brush in this area that doesn't look nearly as maintained. There are still some fruit bushes in the woods that you can clearly see have been managed to increase how big the bushes are, but it's getting a lot darker the further you go, and you reckon you're on the edge, the very edge of the human controlled area.
As soon as I see that, I'll stop. Wait for the group to catch up because I'm a little bit ahead. Say, well, everybody be ready. We're currently crossing the threshold of the human settlement behind us. What I was ahead of this is, guess will be as good as mine because this is not managed by the humans, let's put it like that. And this is a forest that has suffered, so be wary.
Very well then.
Could I roll outdoor survival to see what kind of beasts we might have to expect in the area? If they left any markings, stuff like that?
Yes, you can. We will do it as a sustained test because otherwise, not sustained. Never mind. We'll do it as a long-term test because otherwise you won't see anything without multiple rolls. So this will be for 2 hours of moving. You won't be able to move quickly at this time. You're just keeping up with the group and looking around, scanning for, markings. But because you're doing it over 2 hours, you'd get a plus. Yes, you'd get a plus of 10 for the 2 hours.
I would like to do the same.
Sure.
So,
I have secret sign scout. Is that useful here?
Probably not. Rangers have been used. They failed, but they saw the easy marks for humans to point to home. Scouts, you could roll scouts. Yeah, you could roll scouts if you do it as a sustained, like what the guys are doing for their outdoor survival rolls. So it's over 2 hours. You get it'd be more difficult.
I do
It'd
have
be a
outdoor
different-
survival too, so which of the two would be the most beneficial?
I mean, it's up to you because your character doesn't know that the elves have succeeded. You have no idea about other people's roles. So it's up to you. You can't do both because it's doing them over 2 hours.
Yeah.
So you would need to be the one to pick. I'd probably give a +10 to both, but it's on degrees of success what you actually notice.
I will probably look for signs of scouting because we're close by the human area, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Well, there goes my luck for the next session.
Okay, so the first hour as you're traveling through, you're heading, like, this next hour is far harder traveling. The brambles, the brush, the trees are, yes, they've gotten larger and closer together, but it's mainly just the shrubbery that has grown in between the trees, where there isn't a properly trodden path. Out here, you're just sticking onto some animal trails. As Livia and Aurelia start looking around, as you know, you're on an animal trail. What types of animals are there? You see markings for the grazers that you'd find in a forest like this. So deer, wild boar, things of that nature. But you quickly pass up before Aurelia with 5 degrees. No, sorry, 6 degrees of success, 1 for succeeding. You would spot what looks to be well, actually, I don't think they do that. So you'd probably, both of you would notice the big paw prints. Like, these wolves are big. These aren't just your typical wolves. These things are massive. But Livia would probably notice that as you're both picking up on these 2 different wolves, maybe 3 or 4 that are moving in a pack. Livia would notice the gnarled what would fall off him that he would notice? Yeah, it'd probably be a arrow that's fallen and landed in a bush close to this massive paw print, and you've got enough time to grab hold of it as you're like moving quickly, trying to make good time. This is clearly a goblin arrow. Just for the crudity of them, and you have actually held goblin arrows before, clearly a goblin arrow.
Yeah, if you show really a goblin arrow, she definitely knows them. She had those. She used those for a bit.
Yeah, same here.
So dreadful. Jesus.
So after another hour, this would be, or just getting in, like, you guys have found your arrow and dog prints towards the end of the first hour. Towards the start of the second hour would be when Blackhand would actually see, with Blackhand 1d2, please.
Coming right up.
Okay, critical success. So with 9 degrees of success, as you're moving quickly, you can see that it appears as if a scout has used this trail once before, because as you see the elves talking and looking at the ground, you kind of look behind yourself and you see a scout mark on a tree. It would be... It's a difficult one, because you probably haven't seen this sign before, but it's a... Like, you probably haven't seen it in the woods. It would be in shorthand, the sign for greenskins, an arrow going down to show small greenskins, the sign for wolves, and the two combined, and then a warning sign. So wolf riders in area.
I share this information with the party. So all of you now we have wolf riding Gretchen.
Gobbers!
Oh, great.
It's Gretchen in 40k and goblins in fantasy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Well,
Damn
lovely.
Robbie.
Ariel would just snap one of the goblin arrows in her hand and say, "Well, we knew that they were goblins around, but wolf riders, lovely."
Keep an eye out. Continue going forward.
Well, at least I'll get to kill more goblins.
It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
A month, I think.
Only a month. Wow, feels a lot longer than that.
I know what you feel. I know what you mean.
So, as you head further in, can you give me a outdoor survival? No, not an outdoor survival. What one was it? I think it's outdoor survival. So, as you've gone 3 hours, 1, 2, 3, no, sorry, 4 hours in, the forest has really become, the sunlight coming in now is very, very little. Enough for you to be able to see it, but it's dimly lit at very best. And as it's clouded today, it is quite dark, but still enough light for our sight impaired individuals to be okay. Carla.
Why you gotta call her out like this?
Because she can't see in the dark.
Is Mario with us? Or is he stuck on the
I'm
boat?
pretty sure Mario can't see in the dark.
No,
either.
this is true. This is true. He's right at the back though, so he's just following whoever's at the back.
I can just picture it. Everyone is like
There's
remaining
extra
quiet,
branches on the banner
letting
right
Carla
now.
walk into a tree.
Sadly,
No,
it's not that
screw it.
dark.
I'm gonna cast glowing lights on my axe.
Sure.
'Cause I wish to
yes.
see, damn it.
As soon as Scarlet does that, I will go even further away from the group. Like, if I was 20 paces ahead of the group, I'll be 30 paces ahead of the group.
Look, Carla's tanking.
Wow. Wow, where was Daryl when I tried lightning?
Holy shit! Your spells are coming up this time.
I know.
Yeah,
and
they
there's
are.
no doubles.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah.
hell.
I can
did.
see them now.
It's a miracle.
The curse is going to jump to someone
Hallelujah.
else.
And no, or the curse is just gonna go back stronger.
It's
So-
a sanguinala miracle. Wait,
Can
shit.
I get?
We don't celebrate
outdoor-
Sanguinala here.
Can I get outdoor survival with -30s, please?
From all of us?
Whoever has it.
Okay.
It's,
minus-
Whoever has it trained, or just anyone who can, because it's a basic skill.
Yeah. So as long as you have the skill and you can roll it, then you can roll it.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
substitute it for navigate.
Not for this one, no.
Damn it.
I'll get a bonus for night vision.
No.
See, if I had
Literally
had
everyone
negative, I
but
would've
Carla
done
has
that.
night vision.
If I hadn't had the negative, that'd be fine too. But it's fine. It's fine.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I-
Wow.
Literally everyone but Carla and Livia.
You guys suck at this. Damn
No,
it.
Hey, listen.
What she's done is ruined our dark vision with her light.
Yeah, she's
know
probably
what
the
you're
reason.
About it works perfectly
As
fine.
someone who has experienced that, I know that fucking hurts. Like, it hurts.
Yeah,
Was
I'm
Livia,
I'm
did you
mute.
roll the 6? So it's just Aurelia who's there. Okay, never mind. Right, so Livia, can you roll me perception with a plus 50? Hang on, plus 50 minus 20, so plus 30. Carla, can you roll me perception with plus 20 minus 20, so flat? Blackhand doesn't get 2, Casper doesn't get 2, Ragnar doesn't get 2, and Aurelia doesn't get 2. So, as your group is moving forwards, you've just been told about the goblins being in the area on wolves. You've moved another hour in front of yourselves, another hour on, as Livia and Carla, you notice that the forest has changed. There's a path now that's opened up, and as you begin to look up, but why would it, how is it, you see that our dear friend Aurelia, you have set off a trap.
Oh.
As you scout on ahead, moving with nature, keeping an eye out, swiveling, looking, you don't see the snare trap. You are hoisted up into the air,
Rip.
25 feet on a rope trap,
Lovely.
and you hear clanging bells going off. Fortunately, you did have someone on point, and kind of fortunately, she actually failed the test. So the rest of you seeing your point man going up into the air kind of prevents anyone from getting hit in different places. However, Livia and Carla, you successfully see that there are a number of traps further on ahead. And what's worse, you see what looks like movement as at the very furthest point of your vision.
I have a question. Could
Yes.
I quickly cast martial lights and move them to where I see the traps?
You can.
Can I attempt to then?
Ooh.
Keep in mind, although that's no, I had no bonuses in this. Yeah, I'm maxed out perception. Can I say? Yep. I cast martial lights. I send them to the traps. Now I charm them to convince it's a portal. Well, I don't do that. I wish. But yeah, I essentially will send each one of the lights to a trap I can see. So
You
they're
hear a
essentially
howl.
illuminated. So
Sure.
how?
So as the
Can't
group
they
stops,
stop?
the lights appear above the traps.
Don't they have to keep moving?
It doesn't say they have to keep moving. So, like, I think when I control them, they have to be moving, but when I release control of them, they don't disappear. They just stop moving. This is what I'm understanding from the spell description.
The lights travel at various
Yeah.
speeds, but never slower than 8 yards around.
Yeah, they're
Well, I
already
would make them circle the traps then. That way they're
Spin on
moving.
circles and go up and down, like
exactly.
up and down and spin in circles. Like it's not
Yeah,
that-
I guess.
Essentially. So they're moving, but they're not.
Sure. So the traps have now all been shown up.
Is no one just going to mention the wolf howls? Or trying to get down?
I mean, I want to cast sound now so I can howl back.
I mean,
my
here's the thing. Don't focus on helping me out. Focus on I'll shout this. It's better for me to do this in character. I'll just shout out, circle around, get ready. They're probably gonna be coming.
Yeah, I'll warn everyone about movement.
That looks like
I
a
did
time for
my axe.
initiative.
Try to roll a perception to see how far they are away or how close they are.
Sure, you can do that.
Can I do the same?
Wow, never
Wow.
fucking mind.
It might actually beat something in initiative.
I rolled initiative.
Wow.
Ouch.
Holy
Both of you.
shit.
How?
I expected it. I had a 2 last roll, so.
Yeah.
I'm
Comes
staring at
around.
Aurelia's ass as she's caught in the trap.
That's really curing the
Wow.
big sad.
Wow, that's.
I mean, I can warn
Yeah.
everyone about the movement ahead, so they'll know something is coming,
Casper,
even if we don't know how far exactly.
as you look around, you're like, a wolf has howled. You're looking around, you're like almost like popping up, trying to see as a crossbow bolt flies past your head as you fall down onto your feet, digging into a tree above you. Oh,
Closer than I thought.
Did we all roll initiative? Or
you
people just
Yeah.
rolling it for fun?
you can if you.
I didn't add myself to the tracker. Oh, damn it.
I can't see the tracker. There we go. Tracker is
It
now
has
popped up.
only just been opened.
I like
I'll
the
go
fact
for
that I rolled a 1 and I still have a 74 initiative.
God damn it.
Do I use my rune of speed or not? There's no point. I actually beat something in initiative that isn't the other dwarf.
This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. Roll 20 is so slow for me, it is horrendous.
Oh, what are you seeing at the moment?
No, it's just so the pictures haven't even appeared on the bloody initiative order.
Really?
Oh wow.
I have numbers.
Okay, hold up. I have to ask. Casper is probably the closest one to me. What did you roll, Casper? A 9? You rolled a 9.
1.
Okay. If you maxed
Oh
out
no,
your,
sorry. Yeah, 9.
if you maxed out your initiative and I rolled a 1 like I did, I'm still the fastest.
Screw you.
I love this. I
Until I
really
get-
love
Screw
this.
you big time.
Get ready for when I
Hey.
get the master rune of speed for a plus 30. Okay.
Hey man, go ahead. You're still
Still
gonna
be
be.
fast.
It would only be 69.
Shush.
He's got a 74.
Details. Okay. Details.
Don't count my second roll. I just had a reroll to be added to the tracker.
Yeah, I had to reroll to put myself back in the tracker too.
Let me check my spell. It's a plus 1d10. Yeah, I'm not going to use it here because you need to click on your character
I
token.
did that the second time.
Mm.
Still not done it.
You might need to
Weird.
refresh.
You need to click on you drop your token on, click on your token.
I'm just
And-
surviving right now.
Should I roll initiative for the horse as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, the horse is in here with us?
Wait,
Yes.
you brought the horse into the forest?
Why is there a
I
black
brought the horse along, yeah.
Why is there a black hand in Mordheim?
Ooh.
Roll 20 just died.
Yeah, I'm alone. I'm alone.
Yep. can confirm is dead.
Oh.
Yeah, it's taking a moment. Don't worry, it's not dead. It's just resting. It just needs a little sleepy poo. It just needs a little sleepy poo.
No,
It
my
doesn't
connection
feel
to the
so
server
good.
was dead.
Oh, but the horse doesn't have a token. See?
It doesn't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Does it
Well,
not have a
no.
token? Oh.
I know you're here with me.
I'm with no one right now. I'm very
Fuck you, you're here with me.
I'm with
I see
Ragnar.
you, Ragnar. I see
I
you,
can see
Ragnar.
Blackhand. This is
Fuck
not
you,
an
I'm here
improvement.
too.
I have the dwarves with me.
I think we're back.
I can,
Or whatever.
Wow,
Olivia rolled
thank you,
initiative
thank
twice.
you.
There we go.
I can see Ragnar
No,
and
wait, now
Blackhand.
I'm just Blackhand and Ragnar.
It's quite right, people. We don't need a running commentary on who's in and out of our visual.
We do.
No, I don't need to have people screaming down saying, "Oh, look who's in."
Okay.
My ears will not take it. Please don't. We
Alright.
will all come back with good time. Where is this bloody
There we go.
horse? Where is it? There it is. No. Why can't I not? It's hidden from me.
Jim, pick.
There is a horse on
me
screen now, I
One
think.
or two.
What was that?
Pick me a 1 or a 2.
No, you do have a horse token attached.
Okay.
So it should be roughly where you dropped your.
That's a 2, buddy.
I will use.
Assists.
I am going to use my extra D10 then for my initiative.
Once again,
For
I'm
my rune
carrying-
of speed.
Once again, I'm carrying at the end.
Which is a 6, so 45 I go up to. And now I need to reapply that rune.
So,
It's fine.
have you edited your token?
Yes, I have. Whether it's gone through, I don't know, but
No, it's just so I can do descending.
it hasn't.
Did you not press enter?
It did, and then it. There we go. It reset back to 39, which is why I was confused. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the right place. So, combat starts. Casper, the shot that came at you came from a different direction that Livia and Carla are looking in.
Okay.
Aurelia. No, yes, Aurelia, you're up.
How many feet am I above ground?
25.
Can I see the goblins from here?
You're upside down and swinging round and round.
Fair enough. Can I grab the rope and try to go down them?
Well, you can't go down the rope. You can reach the rope, yes. Essentially, you're doing a upside down sit up. You can grab hold of the rope because you're flexible and athletic enough.
If I can do that, then I'm gonna try to, go back, not be upside down. I'm gonna try to free my foot, make sure that I have a good grip on the rope, and I'm gonna try to climb down using it. Even if I have to go, in the direction of a tree.
Yeah, you'd have to go up.
I'll go up to a tree then.
Okay.
Or I'll swim to it.
So if you want to climb up the rope to reach the branch that it's attached to, can you give me a climb sheer surface? I'm going to apply the difficulty into you actually doing the sit up, getting hold of it, getting your leg free all in one roll. So a climb sheer surface with a -20. And again, you are spinning around as this is very disorientating when you're...
I'm going to use a fortune point.
Sure.
Oh, still failed.
So you just can't get your foot free. As you try to undo the clasp, it looks like the goblins have wrapped thorns around the loop. So as it's constricted around your legs, the thorns have dug in and caused the rope to get tighter as you struggle against it.
Okay.
Casper, you're up.
Ooh. Standing up was a half action because I was not prone basically with that.
No, so what you were doing was you were doing something very silly and jumping up and down, and the goblin fired as you had got to the highest point, whereas he should have fired when you had jumped up, aiming at the highest point. So you've just landed on your feet and it's gone ding. So he could have shot you. Although, you know, shooting you, of all people, is... but he doesn't know that.
True. Okay. Some help. I mean, can I see him, or is he or can I see what shot at me?
Half action perception tests to figure out where the enemy are.
Full action or half action? Did you say?
Half action.
Okay. Oh. Never mind. Okay. So I'm going to start channeling just in case I need to cast a spell next turn.
Sure.
Oh. There's my success.
A 6 on a 66. Livia, you're up. You got a successful awareness test, perception test last time, so you can tell that there are two wolf riders coming to your... Oh, good point. So, can you all, at this time, position yourselves how you would have been moving in the forest? So, towards... You can use all of the forest, don't worry about spreading out. This, with this being the direction you were heading.
Okay. So...
Josina, can you put Carla in the position that she would have been in whilst moving along the forest?
Sure. Okay, so the spot, so... I think she was supposed to be somewhere around here, like middle-ish.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So, Livia, where's your token? There you are. You are looking.
I'm
you're
behind
looking,
Casper.
Yeah, I'm just checking which direction your token is looking in. So the wolves, or the movement, at the very least, was coming from this direction. So just southeast.
Can I tell round about how far they would be?
Roughly around 30, 35 meters or feet.
That's perfect. I'm going to cast Father of Thorns.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, it's true.
So, do you need a direct line of sight? Because at the moment, you've seen movement.
It's
so
a large
roughly...
template, so I just need to specify a point somewhere.
Okay. So your specified point is 30 or 35 or in between.
If I can tell where they are moving, I could actually, pop it right on them, because I have a range of 48 on that thing.
So at the moment, you have an idea of where they're moving because the thicket, the brush, is moving, and they're staying in the thicket and the brush. They haven't actually made themselves known. It's just because of your perception test, you saw the brush moving. So you have a rough idea. Yeah, I think you'd have enough of an idea to be able to cast essentially an AoE.
Also, for fuck's sake, doubles.
I haven't used the templates in quite some time.
Oh, joy.
Ooh.
Ooh, boy.
That's a good. That's a tasty one.
Voice.
Ah, okay.
Oh dear.
Damn it, now I have to open up the Realms of Sorcery book.
Oh yeah, I need to get my. Thank you for reminding me. Of
Mate, you
things.
have 3 wizards in the party. You should have that open by
Well,
default.
the thing is, you guys can roll it on the character sheet, which has made me a bit lazy. It's like, oh, so you could just hit roll that.
Fair,
Oh.
yeah, fair.
Well, I mean, you could just do a GM roll and tell me what the result is.
That's
Yeah, but he gets
also,
to pick.
That is a good point, but I do get to pick. 179. So, if anyone could find the large template, because that was the other thing that I was looking for, and I can't remember where it is. Because unfortunately, this game doesn't have a GM screen, which Dark Heresy has.
Yeah, it does.
Gives you. Does it?
Large
Yeah.
template. A circle with a diameter of 10 yards.
Of 10 yards.
Here you go. I'll send it to you for Discord.
It's page 145 of the core rulebook. These are the templates.
I don't think it's a absolutely fantastic GM screen.
There you go.
It's also sideways.
Thank you very much. Okay, so as you, and it was a 10 circle, so I think that would encompass them. So yes, you would hear a howl. Oh, I've refreshed, didn't I? So I've lost all my all my character sheets closed. Joy.
I love it when that happens.
You're like, everything's really slow. Let's speed things up a bit. Refresh. Oh, you closed everything. Marvelous. So I want you, and I want you. I also want you to come back. So you do. Yes, so you hear a howl coming from the area, like not a howl, a high-pitched whine, and I suppose no. Yes, yeah, so you just hear a two like something along those lines, and no, it's only from the miners, isn't it? You didn't give me like the juiciest of juicy, like a major. No, just a minor.
No, only from the minus. I mean, you could choose the unlucky result, which I would kind of hate you.
That'd just be contish. You get a minor manifestation. No, it's major. Okay. I mean, technically you can, but
Hello?
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. This is taking me a moment.
Yeah, no, everybody went silent, so
I mean, great offense would
it's-
be funny, and I'd know what I'd say.
That actually is processing. Please wait a
Ah,
minute.
I could.
GF.exe.
I got hiccups and coughs at the same time. It's a bad combination.
Drink some water.
Livia, roll me a 1d2.
Oh. There's a lot of these today. 3 already.
All plant life in 10 yards of you withers and dies.
Well, we just
Well, fuck.
had a patch of forest.
Well, she'll feel so bad about that one.
How do you keep rolling that?
No, that's the first time.
Third time or fourth time you rolled that?
No, that's the first time for her.
Oh,
Pretty sure you've never rolled this before.
It's the first time
was-
for you. It's just popped up a lot in our group.
Who was the...
I think.
Yeah, she'll suddenly feel really, really bad.
You were settling this quest by a Treebeard too.
I am Lord.
He just killed like a 10-foot area of his forest.
Get out of my house.
Like, seriously, she's really, really close to crying right now.
Okay, so, Livia, you see 2 ginormous wolves with goblins on their backs jump and leap over your spell, ripping the thorns forth from the ground. They get over your spell.
Motherfucker.
But they do take.
Did they at least hurt themselves?
Yes, they do take. Sadly, it doesn't do enough damage to really hurt them, but they have both taken damage.
Isn't it a 1d10 plus 4? Or is it only 4?
Yeah, when it says damage, it actually is 1d10 plus that amount of damage. It's not flat.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took some damage, but their innate toughness soaked up a decent amount of it. No, not that much. Oh, okay, no. The damage tokens are working properly. So Ragnar, you are. Hang on a minute. No, because the wolves. So the wolves and the goblin riders act at the same time. I don't think they can do anything whilst jumping. Okay, so yeah, Ragnar, you're up.
Sorry. How far? They're quite far away still, aren't they?
They are now. Take away what they just jumped. They're now 18 meters away.
I just kind of like to face them and actually, can I throw a regular like a hand weapon? Is that a thing? Can't remember if that's.
I think you can, but I think it counts as an improvised. So there's like minus 20 to the test.
Okay. I'm gonna quick draw my axe, aim, and try and throw it at the nearest wolf.
Right, so I think that goes well over long distance for a thrown weapon. Like a throwing axe, I think that goes well over as it is. So it'd be minus 40, I think it's minus 60.
Still try.
Throwing past extreme range is
You can only throw a
6
maximum of
meters.
twice your long range.
No, they all have so twice long
No,
range. So if it's
yeah,
8
yeah,
squares, you have 16 squares. So you
Yeah,
can't reach
and
them.
that's
Are they just out of range, mate?
Yeah.
that's extreme range, and it's
Sorry,
a
I couldn't
minus,
remember what the range was.
It's extreme range, and it's a minus 30%.
Yeah.
Plus
And
skill.
then plus the minus 20 for using an improvised weapon. That's minus 50.
Yeah.
Okay, then. I'm
Do it.
not gonna do it because I literally can't do that. Never mind then. I'm gonna just kind of ready up with my the halberd then instead, and just shout at them like, "Come get me! I'm what you want."
Carla, your turn.
Can I see any of them?
You have been, so you'd all be aware of the 2 down at the southeast, but no one's done any checks to look for any others, or no one succeeded any checks to look for others.
I was about to say, I did. I didn't pass, but I did.
You tried.
For the record, I also tried. I also failed miserably.
Okay,
I actually spent half my turn doing too, though.
No, I can't do. Can you cast 2 spells in one turn?
No.
So technically you can cast, I think this is possible, you can cast a heal spell and a damage spell. You can.
Well, I
far as
want
I'm
to
aware,
cast a damage spell and a non-damage spell.
No, if it targets the opponent, then I definitely wouldn't allow it.
No, I want one is target self, the other is a just lightning bolt.
It's been quite a while since I checked this rule, but I'm pretty sure you can only ever cast 1 spell per turn.
See, I thought you could cast 2, but you had to divide your magic die. So you can't use 2 dice on each, but you can use 1 magic die on each spell.
That might be the Dark Heresy rule.
Okay, so question: Are they within 36 yards?
The wolves would, yeah, it's always going to be meters, but the wolves that Livia has pointed out and jumped out of her, they would be. I'm going to rule it that you can't for now, because otherwise my NPCs can.
Yep, fair. I'm just gonna bolt it then. And
Give
the closest
me doubles.
One. Aww.
I think you need to take a willpower test. Or is it only on... No, they both have to be
No,
ones.
only when it's only one die.
I'm gonna lucky charm it.
Yeah, it's only when you get 2 ones, or if all your magic dies are 1s.
Yeah.
No, not even then. Only when it's 1 die and it's a 1.
No, I think it's when all of the magic you spend is a 1.
Okay, so it only happens with 1 magical dice. Gotcha. So you strike the... Ooh, this is a good point. I suppose it's up to the rider. Yeah, I think his wolf can take a bit more punishment. So you strike the wolf, and the wolf takes damage.
Excellent.
Wow, such a dick rider. We gotta capture one of these good boys.
Freezing.
He do realize he's a goblin, right?
I know. What's it done, Eddie?
Oh yeah, Waldo, don't forget your +5 bonus to weapon skill rolls.
Oh, I know.
More.
I know.
Horse.
Friendly or minding.
It's against the various goblinoid races.
does the horse want to take any actions?
Horse
wants
wants.
me.
Does it want to whip in the knee?
Does it want to look
Nay-nays.
seductively at
No!
Does it want to look seductively at the wolves?
Stop this line of thought immediately, you heathens.
Well, it looks like the horse just stands around.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
confused.
Doesn't. Oh. It's a hot piece of horse ass.
No, 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 no.
Oh, I'm a horrible person.
Aren't we?
Livia.
Jesus Christ.
A crossbow bolt strikes you in the leg.
Ow.
Oh dear God.
Jesus.
Oh no! Oh no!
Claws.
Oh
Ow.
my.
Ooh. That's
Okay,
gonna
so
hurt.
it failed.
Okay.
This is.
Yes, but that hit alone brings me down to like 10, 11 wounds. Can I fortune that hit?
You can lucky charm it.
Yes, you can lucky charm to completely negate it.
It's only lucky charms that can do that, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I will then.
Okay, 1d10 to see if your lucky charm survives. As the arrow just clinks off of a piece of clothing or adornment, perhaps a metal belt buckle, perhaps just a branch that was in the way, and tinked it away. But you are now aware that there is a goblin with a crossbow up to your northeast. No, yes, northeast. Blackhand, you're up. Oh, and he is roughly 30 feet away, maybe 29, maybe. It's a bit difficult. There's a lot of greenery in that area. He is green. through the thigh gap. So,
I guess they're all out of my range.
what weapon are you using?
She is wearing robes, Aurelia.
Sorry, Blackhand, what weapon are you using?
My axe.
Yeah, they're out of range of melee.
Can I make a run to them? 15 squares.
Sure. Okay. Who are you going after, though? There are enemies down to your southeast and enemies to your northeast.
The closest one.
That'd be to your southeast then. So you run down south. So let's move your token. You're now down over here. Okay. First round is down. Aurelia. -20.
Just so I know this. -20?
To
Did I
get yourself
Did I
out.
manage to get myself?
No, you failed
Okay, so
last time.
No. But what I mean is, did I manage to get? I failed to take it off myself. But did I manage to get straight up?
No. So we're putting the whole scale sheer surface into one test.
Gotcha.
You're getting your leg out of the noose and you're climbing up all in one. Okay. So now that the pressure's on, you swing up, and this time rather than trying to get your leg out, you just grab the rope around your hand, whip your knife out and cut the rope off. It's still attached to your leg, but you quickly put the knife away and begin climbing up. You only have to climb for this turn before you reach the top branch. You are now 30 feet off the ground. Keep that in mind. You may want to look up fall damage.
Yep, doing that right now. It's fine. I'll survive.
It's bad at that height. I know that much.
Full damage. It's not fine.
It's real bad.
So I
It's
think it's like
bad.
16. I think it's like 16 through
Oh,
armor and
yeah, no.
toughness.
Yeah,
Damage.
This is
25 plus
Warhammer. Full
yards.
damage kills Sigmarines.
No.
25 per what?
25 plus yards. The damage I take is 20.
Ow.
It's fine.
So
Ragnar can survive that.
you are now on top of the branches, so you have a much clearer view of what's going on. I'll be generous. You've climbed up. I'll give you a free perception test, but at a -10, as you quickly dart around and try and pick out targets.
-10. Now that I'm out of gnome, I'm actually quite good at perception.
Okay, so you can see the two wolves down at your southeast. There are two of them coming up from there. You also pick out another one coming from the northeast. As you swing round, and you can see the goblin that's now, in quotation marks, going to reload his crossbow at your northeast. Sorry, it was southwest. There's another wolf. At your northeast, there's actually two goblins with crossbows. One who is currently in the beginnings of reloading, and one who's reloaded.
Okay.
But that's your action. Or your turn. Casper, you're up.
Indeed. Just passed the channeling test. How far away are they? Sorry. They're like 16 meters?
So the closest is the wolves that are 18 meters away.
18, okay. Okay. This is another large template one. So everything in the area. I'm gonna look at the main group of them, like not the closest, but try and get as many of them in range as I can, I suppose, and cast the Icy Grip of Death. All 3 magic.
Okay, the largest cluster is the two wolves that have got closest to you, that you are aware of at any rate.
Okay.
They are 5 meters apart now after being caught in the last OAE. When they jumped, they kind of split a little bit.
Alright. I see it right. Submit. So, I rolled doubles, but it's a casting of 28. It's definitely passed. And I rolled. Sorry. 100. Jesus Christ.
Lovely.
Right. Is that... Who am I offensive to?
Can you offend the
Everyone
goblins
around
so
you.
they fuck off?
Try the dwarves.
Whoa!
Am I offensive to a specific group, or am I offensive to everyone around me? Because I'll shout insults at all of them.
I think it's everyone around you. It's uncontrollably shouting. So you don't really have control. It's just the closest people you see around you, just uncontrollably yelling abuse at them.
Okay, so as I'm casting the spell and catch Blackhand in the corner of my eye, I yell, "You stumpy leg, stupid little fuck!" As I cast the spell, like, what? No! Trying to look around. Aurelia, get down from the fucking tree, you tree hugging stupid! Stupid fucking horse with your green eye!
And here we see the Irishman in his native habitat.
Does his hair go violently red?
Whew.
We also need to roll willpower.
Oh boy, I need to find out what's fucked me over even more than that though.
Well, one wolf seems to be gravely offended. I
Oh.
like how you didn't even insult the rider, you insulted the wolf.
You let that little green shit top you.
I was going to make a
point.
BCL the joke there, but I thought it'd be too much.
Oh god damn it. Okay, so as you cast your spell, Casper, you see the wolves come out. They're just in a tiny bit of clearing. Maybe they're getting close to. No, they're too far away for the dead foliage. But they come into a clearing area. You cast your spell. It goes off. You see one of the wolves just fall to the floor. The goblin atop him also goes and just goes flying off. He should take full damage technically.
Yes.
The other wolf just shakes its head and just snarls at you, baring its teeth, seeming to get more ferocious as it comes, as the goblin war boss atop him just and now he is in stirrups technically, so I'm gonna give him I'll let everyone see this.
I like to point out these are massive icy tendrils of being erupting from the ground while this happens.
No, his fortune roll is not good. So as he lolls forwards, going stunned, and he pushes his back legs out, so his tiny little goblin feet come flying out of the stirrups, and as the wolf picks up speed, he just goes toppling off. Fortunately, he seems to land in a bush. Whereas the other goblin has a little bit worse of a time. Normal goblins. Oh, okay, they're tougher than they look. They're tougher than they look. Still not tough enough, but yeah.
They have not met me.
So, well, no. In comparison to all NPCs, they're not too bad. But they are stunned for one turn, but then they have to roll again at the start of their turn.
Yeah, they remain stunned until they make a successful test.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I use a what do you call it? Fucking Lucky Charm to reroll that what do you call it? Side effect.
What, the grave offense or the 74?
No, the 74.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I'll roll D10 because I don't want policy. Whoa, it's not broken, but
You're getting close.
that could be worse. Okay. So that's this.
Oh joy, more work for the demon. His work
This
is
gonna
never
be fun.
done.
This is fun for you.
Livia.
Do you think Charm Animal would work on that wolf to make it eat the goblin?
You don't know. You would have to try.
I have -4 will. Fuck.
Stop killing yourself.
No.
I mean, does this take an action if I try?
It would be a half action.
Okay, that's fine then.
Why is it every time I roll a fucking spell, I get
You
a
are
fucking
unsuccessful in in trying to charm the wolves. Sadly, these are not wild wolves. They have been bred in captivity. The masters are in danger. No, master.
How close is it?
So they haven't actually had their turn yet, so they're still at the same distance, which is 18 meters. Yes, 18.
This
Yes.
I have misread the side effect. It's only if I get doubles on my Zinch's curse roll, not if I get doubles in my spellcasting.
Ah, okay. So if you roll
So-
Zinch's curse and you get an 88, you would then
Yeah.
get
So I kind of fucked up there.
So the last one doesn't count.
Yeah.
The last one you're fine.
I'll keep the rest of them because I've already kind of.
You can take back your lucky charm because the last one doesn't count.
Thank you.
The other ones have kind of gone a bit too far to retcon.
Yeah. That's fair.
So you cast your Curse of Thorns once again.
On the one wolf that is still up.
Okay, so that wolf needs to do a successful willpower test on its turn. Is that the one? Yes. And I believe it's its turn in a minute. So firstly, we need to do this wolf to see if he remains stunned. Yes, that's you. He does indeed stay stunned. The goblin atop him, who's currently on the floor, he needs to do a willpower test to see if he is still stunned. He is. Oh dear. Right, so the next wolf, this is the one that's currently up. So I'm going to do the boss first to see if he stays stunned. Oh dear God, he does. Now I'll roll the wolf's willpower test to not be affected by your Curse of Thorns. Holy shit, one of them passed. Yeah, one of them passed. Holy fuck. Okay. So it's his turn.
Alright, I need to roll 1d10 to see how many turns.
It's the wolf's turn. He is 18 meters away from essentially Livia, so Ragnar is closer. So, no, sorry, not Ragnar, Blackhand. Blackhand, a wolf charges you.
I presume I can parry a wolf.
Yeah, you can parry a wolf.
It's like Dark Souls parrying rats all over you.
Why do their stats have to... Okay, so it misses.
Don't need to parry a wolf. He just runs past you.
Ragnar, you're up. There is a wolf within charge distance for you.
I'm gonna charge it
Sure.
because otherwise I can't do ranged things. I'm a dwarf. I fight things.
There's the guy about to throw a fucking axe last turn.
You know, because you were
That's
right.
'cause
He really did reincarnate into a Bretonian.
Hey, not fair.
Hold
So what is it for charge? It's plus 10, isn't it?
Yes, plus 10.
So plus 5 for my. Oh wait, no, this is the wolf, so I don't get that. I hit it.
Okay, you strike at the wolf, but the wolf is... can you... No, you don't actually have to roll damage, because he dodges.
Oh yeah, it's only if you parry that.
Yeah, only if you parry. Because he's dodged, he bypasses it altogether. However, Ragnar, you now get attacked from another wolf and a goblin on top.
I mean, I did shout at them all to come at me, so I was expecting this.
The wolf first, who now gets a plus. Oh no, he doesn't get a plus 10. No, he does. He doesn't get a plus 10 for ganging up.
He doesn't. The next one will. Okay. Well, I'm glad I picked up lightning parry. Can I attempt to parry that, please?
You certainly can.
I'm gonna be doing it with my fists
Or you can try.
of rage.
As you
There's a
punch the
plus-
wolf in the face.
There's a +5, I think, for the rune.
Yes.
Oh! Oh, I don't want to be bitten in the face by a wolf. I'm gonna fake that. Or fortune that.
Damn you.
First off, I need to do this. I may have clicked that twice. I will take the first result because I clicked it twice and I'm an idiot.
Sure.
Oh no. That's a 92, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Okay. Willpower test.
Yes.
Hey, I don't take insanity.
Use up your fate. Use it all. Use your fortune.
It's fine. I don't take an insanity point.
Okay.
Because if I'd failed that, I would have taken insanity. +5. Let's try this again.
Okay.
Fucking
with a
parry.
natural 1. Please roll me an unarmed attack. As you are using your fists, you punched a wolf in the face.
Damage or attack? Sorry.
Damage.
You know, I just would like to point out that's such a bad word, punching a wolf in the face. Don't hurt doggies, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
so as you as the wolf comes at, hang on, minus that, add on that. As you punch the wolf in the face, you see its head just twist around violently, and you hear a horrible crunching, cracking sound as it dies. Motherfucker!
Oh.
Oh, hang on. No. Sorry. I clicked on the wrong one. I was like, why
Okay.
is this one so wounded? He
I was
should
gonna say,
be
that's-
fresh. He should be
That's a
fresh
very
and unhurt.
untanky wolf. If I killed it with 8.
Yeah, no, it's because this one has not been attacked. I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry. So the wolf's attack does not work, but you do punch it and you do knock some teeth out. As the goblin comes in with his, oh my, is it? What? How is that?
You okay?
I just forget how crap orcs and goblins are.
He does get a bonus because you're ganging up, though.
Yes, he does. I think. Actually, I think they get another +10 for hating dwarfs. So he still misses. He still misses. I believe they've
Don't
got
need
the
that
same.
Harry. They got the same thing but
Oh.
reversed.
Oh, good point. Good point. I keep forgetting this. So I believe greenskins get a +10 against dwarves, the same as they get a +10 against. You get a +10 against. No, sorry, should be a +5.
You only get a
+5.
+5.
Yeah, it should
I
be a
was gonna say they get a
+5.
+10.
Yeah.
Those
No,
bastards.
they get the same grudge as you do, but they're scared of elves. Forgot about that. How many elves are in the group? There's 2. No,
Two.
there's still
Dr.
more.
Scherker, why are they scared of elves?
Because
Because we're scary as all hell, man.
No,
Eh?
it's to be honest with you, I don't actually know why they're scared of elves. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't make any sense that all goblins are scared of elves, but it's in the rule book, so they're scared of elves. Because I can't clarify it. Clarify it? Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, he misses with his spear as he jabs at the fat dwarf thing. Jazina, you're up.
not. This is racism.
You're fat compared to it.
I mean, at this point, I'm just fishing for S1.Ch3's curse, aren't I?
No.
Well, I'm gonna lightning bolt the wolf.
Hello? Anyone still there?
Nope.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all here.
I like that someone said nope.
Oh,
God
so
damn it.
close.
God damn it.
Are they-
One off.
You hit the poor boy in the leg.
That's 11. Because, I'm just gonna put down the... No, I'm just gonna be remembering the extra damage from Mighty Missile.
So, who are you attacking at? Who are you?
The closest Wolf Rider to me that is
So-
not locked in melee.
That's not locked in melee. Okay. So
Because I wouldn't be trying
you
to cast
shoot-
into melee.
You shoot one of the wolves that is unconscious or stunned at the moment. So you kill that one. You hear a squeal and a whine as you fire off a lightning bolt that shoots into the skull of the wolf that's lying unconscious, and its body just vibrates and gyrates and twists, and you see steam rising up as it goes limp. The horse. Does a horse do anything?
I don't think horse to attack.
I'm guessing the horse does, horse stuff and stays at the back.
It produces some food from its stomach, if it can do that and just chews. I don't know if that's horses or cows, but
That's
Pretty sure
cows.
that's
I don't think horses do that.
Zostawiłeś może pendrive w sklepiku?
it's funny though.
What?
You see that? I think I forgot to mute.
What?
So,
Precisely what we asked.
Carla.
Yes, that's me.
God damn it, he's using his group fate point on this. Fortune points. Come on. Yes! Carla, you are hit by a goblin crossbow. As you have lights shining on you.
Fair. I take damage.
Ooh.
Oof.
Wow,
That's-
one off righteous. Ulrich.
Is it
That's
easier to hit
more.
Carla because she has lights on her?
No. Sadly not. If I could, I would, but I can't.
It's fine. I only.
She's
take
just
three.
really easy to spot.
The other goblins reloads. Blackhand, you're currently in combat with 2 wolves and a goblin.
With the Ragnar right next to you, so you're not completely alone.
I mean, technically, the wolves have attacked Ragnar more than they've attacked you, so.
Can I go for the goblin? I feel like I would go for the goblin first.
Sure.
So
There's a -10 to attack a mounted opponent.
I attack the wolf.
There isn't. There's no
Wait,
There's no
no.
penalty to attacking the mount.
Attack the mount.
I know it's cruel, but that's how the old world works. They
I
do get a
think It
dodge.
makes sense. It is easier to slash in front of you than to go stick up with your axe.
Yep.
I meant your arm.
He does get a dodge, but sure. Attack the
Half
wolf.
aim? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can half aim.
Did the goblin get a dodge? He attacked him.
The goblin can't dodge. There's a
What
-10 to
would,
attacking the goblin, but he can't dodge from on the
How
mount.
much does a half aim give in this
Plus
system?
10. This is exactly the same. Plus 10. There is no full aim though. That's a talent. You want to reroll?
Motherfucker. Sure.
I mean, you've got a higher chance to hit than they have to dodge, but they do get to dodge. So
My
no,
rolls.
he dodged.
My rolls are really.
Does it get to Is that not the?
No, it's
I'm guessing
the
this
other
isn't
one.
the same wolf I attacked.
It's
Okay.
the first. No, this. Oh, hang on. Wait. No, it is the same wolf that you attacked, and It
He
because you
dodged
got
me.
because hang on, there was a Gromwell fist on the fresh wolf,
That was
and then
parry.
yep, and then no. So this is the wolf that has literally attacked you before your last turn. No, after your last turn. So this is the fresh one. So it hasn't. It had its reaction. If Ragnar had attacked the wolf that charged you first, its reaction is gone. But
Okay,
that's
sorry,
just...
I was confused which one was which.
No,
Sorry.
that's fine because I'm not using a proper board on this.
Roll
No,
damage. Oh,
that applies. No, don't. That one does apply. Because now we're into round 3. Good point. There's also a minus because they're small. Thank you, Jazina. So, Jim, you are sorry, Livia, you are so high up, being what did I say, 30 feet up. You do now get a plus 10. You do now get a plus 10 for height advantage. I only give height advantages when you're really high up to stop people from jumping on tables and trying to get height advantage. You are at the level where if you fall, you're going to hurt yourself badly. You get a height advantage plus 10.
Yep. I was just going to ask if I was secure in my perch, and if I am, I will take out my bow and I will start firing.
If you attempt to dodge anything,
I don't think I
you would
will,
take
because I can
negatives.
dodge arrows.
This is true. But if you could, you would take negatives, but you can't.
Also, I think they take minuses for attacking me, don't they?
Yes, there's a minus 10 for firing at those of a superior height.
There were 2 goblins with crossbows next to one another, right?
Yes, they are at the northeast.
I'm gonna fire 3 arrows at them. It's a minus 10 because of their size and a plus 10 because of my height advantage, right? So
Yes.
just flat. Okay, I'm just gonna do 3 shots then. 1 then.
And who are you firing at?
I'm gonna fire 2 at the goblin on the left and 1 at the goblin at the right. So the one that just reloaded, 2 arrows at him, and the one that fired and is still reloading, 1 at him.
Okay, no, you. I was going to give it up to Nuffle, but you did specify properly. So can I get the 2 damage rolls on the one who is already loaded and ready to fire this round? Fuck me.
I feel I'm gonna roll. Hold up, because my target is at 92. I just want to see how badly this creature explodes.
Fury.
Not that bad, just 19 damage.
Okay, so the first 2 arrows that strike the goblin who's just raising his crossbow up ready to fire, one striking him in the arm and the second one just through the pelvis. The one in the arm just snaps his spine as it hits bone and metal, and both of them get pushed out the other side. He dies gruesomely. I don't even want to. There's no point me looking up his resistance. The other one, however, the one who's about to reload. No. Oh, actually, 11 damage.
11 AP too.
Oh, there's AP. There's AP. I was going to check if he had armor to protect his little goblin form. He doesn't have nothing that would help, because that was. Oh no, it would have helped, but it doesn't now. So you get exactly on his hit point pool to drop him.
Nice.
So the goblin archers are down.
Okay, that's it for me.
Casper, you're up.
I do the same thing. Yeah. Targeting the ones that are attacking the dwarves.
Now, as it's an AoE, does it avoid
It
friendlies?
finds enemies. It does not.
It does
specify friendlies.
Okay, it does specify enemies. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, enemies. because I don't think
You're
all
so
of them
fucking
does.
lucky. All of my spells just don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say because yours doesn't specify, so it's everyone.
Seriously, every time you guys rush into melee, I'm standing there like, for fuck's sake.
Hey, I sat back this time.
Because I don't want to be to blame when you get a -20 and fucking die.
I am going to be. I am going to continue my swearing and offensiveness. I know I don't
Sure.
technically have to, but I'm going to continue anyway.
Just because you want to, right?
Maybe. Up. Can't channel because it takes a full action. So I was actually really good last time. But I already pre-did the channeling.
True.
Basically, Casper's going to yell, "You might need some help, you short little fucks. These furries ain't going down themselves."
One off.
Fuck's a
I
few.
Don't you have?
I do get to roll a d10 because of my dark magic.
So you succeed. Do you get a double? Damn it, mother! One off.
Okay, no.
No, you didn't. So the I believe.
Don't you have to roll a minor?
No, you don't have to roll a minor for using dark magic. It just adds to
it. Dark magic, you roll. No, he doesn't have to.
It swaps the lowest.
It swaps the lowest. Yes, it's 4 dice. You only use 3 dice, but it counts 4 dice for that each curse.
Yeah.
So technically, you could get 4 of a kind, when you would normally only get 3 of a kind. So it's all right. I quite like it. So the 2 wolves. God damn it! Oh fuck!
Oh, brilliant.
And then the goblin, spear rider. Okay, so I'm going to give the other wolves, which I think there's actually only one of them left. I'm going to give them their... Okay, one of the wolves would get back up. The goblin big boss, he is still down. No, he's down. He's still down.
The big boss is still down. Really?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure with how many are down, the people's turns who it is, they're not going to be able to rally in time. So essentially, you guys kill them off. It took a little bit longer than perhaps you were thinking it would. Maybe it wasn't as dangerous as you thought it could be. But after all 5 rounds, so we'll say about 10 minutes, your panting and alertness begins to drop as an eerie silence settles in around the group and through the forest, as the creatures are dead and slain. Da, 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 da.
I'm going to add one more.
Do we find crystals?
And I do want to do one thing. I'll just, pull an arrow back, point straight into Casper's face and say, "Nobody would know that I don't do it."
So, first things first, before we do anything else.
It wasn't me, it was the magic.
Aurelia, can I get a climb sheer surface from you to get down from yours? Do you want to take longer to be able to get a better... No, I just want to get your roll out of the way so I don't forget it. You can stay up there for a bit if you want.
No, I will take my time, and I will take the rope and use it as an anchor. Secure myself as I go down.
So there's not enough rope for you to be able to do that, because it's on a pendulum, you'd need someone to cut off the counterweight that pulled you up. So you can struggle against it, there wouldn't be enough rope for you to be able to cut it off and then tie it down. I think you have rope in your backpack or your traveler's kit.
I do have, let me check. I have 10 yards of best quality rope, but that's on the. Actually, no, this doesn't weigh, does it?
I think it does weigh something, but it's not that much. I think it's like 5 encumbrance.
Since I don't have it marked down, I'm just gonna assume I left it on the boat.
Okay.
I'll just take my time climbing down.
There's a +10 for taking your time getting down, but it does take 10 minutes.
It's fine.
Okay, so
I don't want to fall 30 yards. That would hurt a lot. I succeed.
does the party want to do anything?
I mean, would I know if the wolf meat is sellable and if it's worth something?
If you want to wait around to take the pelts and things like that, you can. It's going to take time.
First thing I would say to Blackhand is, A, that was a goblin wolf. B, don't do anything as far as Sefardina.
See, we don't have the fucking time.
Yeah, I was about to say, we don't really have the time, so leave them where they rot. Besides, it's just wolves. There's just wolves and goblin wolves at that.
Shouldn't we bury them? Or burn them?
No, the forest should take care of them. Just leave it be.
I mean,
So, Livia is going to look.
Neck, it will be your fault. Just say it, guys.
What?
Just for the record.
I didn't understand a single word you said, Abby, so I apologize.
If we have zombie wolves on our necks soon, just remember I said to burn them.
So I will add you're in the middle of an old forest that's surrounded by brush, and you want to light a fire and run away from it. I think people would be on your. I think the villagers that live by gathering wood from this forest would be on your back. when
I think the elf that just kind of destroyed all fucking plant life in a 5-meter radius around herself is about to smack the fucking dwarf.
Once we're in the clear, I would drop, dismiss the marsh lights, but only once we're past the traps.
Let's just hurry. Where there's one, there's more. When there's more, there's more.
I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes whilst I quickly make water. You may want to use this time wisely in curing any wounds that happened. I'll be right back.
People got wounded?
Yes.
Yes. Jesus.
You forget, back there. We're probably the only ones that don't get injured unless we fight each other.
This is a good point.
I'm still technically at 13 wounds because I never actually healed after the boat.
Okay, you never healed from me giving you a crotch shot.
Yeah, I never actually healed from that.
Oh dear. I still need to test with.
I could try giving you, a potion, but I don't think it'll work.
I don't think you should treat someone else's crutch. Maybe just saying.
Sensual healing. I don't remember. Do you need a?
I mean, she'd hold out like a healing draft to him, and that'll be about it.
Yes, because this will work.
She's not actually going to touch the dusty area down there.
Hey, it's not dusty. It's just the paste. Okay.
I'm just.
You're a vampire. There's probably bats living down there.
Hey. What?
If you really want to find out, we can wait till later.
I was going to add on with the heal tests. I think we're going to start adding on your proficiency bonus. So if you're maxed out your heal, you'll get a 1d10 plus 3. So you've got 3 ticks. It's known. It's trained plus 10 plus 20. So for healing, you'll the lowest you'll always get 4 back.
So that. Well, no, I only have
So,
one tick in heal.
Right,
No, two
Carla
ticks
took a
in
hit,
heal.
right?
Hmm?
You took a hit, right?
No.
No, she lucky charmed it.
I
think everyone
wait,
lucky charmed.
I didn't lucky
Did
charm.
anyone get hit?
Carla did.
I mean, it
Oh no,
passed
you
through
only took
Livia's
3,
eye
didn't
gap.
you? Sorry, you only took 3, and it was Livia who lucky charmed it.
Yeah, I used a luck charm.
Yeah, I only took 3. So I'm trying to heal that back right now.
So you can roll a 1d10 if you use a poultice, I believe. But you'll get a +2 anyway from your if you've got 2 ticks in it. So
well, I'm not
technically
gonna use the poultice, so I'm just gonna take 2. Is that okay?
I think that's how it works. I think you'd normally get 1 if you just do a heal test without a poultice. The poultice gives you a +1d10. That doesn't work when you're heavily wounded. So yeah, you can get 2 hit points back as you basically clean it with water, apply a piece of cloth. And remember,
Or should I do a heal test? Because I got a +20 in it. So you have a decent chance to get through.
Yeah. Well, it's been done now. The roll has been made. So one less, but essentially you just use your basic skills to regain a bit of health. So I'll probably say that 5 minutes goes by as you just do a heal check on everyone, make sure everyone's okay. It's alright, it's minor stuff. We just quickly sort that out.
I will grab the loot while people are healing. Even though, yes, it's goblin shit, I will be giving those to Mario and tell him to carry shit.
Give me a
Olivia
search.
sobs quietly.
Give me a search test. It will take 10 minutes.
Yep. Would this be while everybody's doing their launch,
Yes.
stuff?
Yep.
I would probably
Flat
does this.
right.
Actually, there should be a -10 because you're in a thick forest. Oh, hang on. You are searching corpses, so you know where they are, so it wouldn't apply.
Yeah, I still fail. Unfortunately, by 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just don't find anything on them, or you don't check the right places. You don't look in the prison pocket. You're too disgusted to, so you just.
Oh, I would never check a goblin's prison pocket.
I can't get in there.
I mean, probably where this would hide 10k gold.
It's just because it was a failed test.
10k gold in a goblin's prison pocket.
I mean, could be some kind of sham, to be honest.
The goblin
You know
enter
what?
sapphire.
Why don't you check it back in?
Just in his digestive
I
tract.
mean, I was out of character.
I mean, they are greenskins. It's more likely they have teeth in there.
So,
Which doesn't make this any better.
Why? Why did you say that?
Because that's currency for greenskins.
teeth. 30 minutes pass as you do your wounds, you check bodies, and you do your stuff. You've gathered everyone up. I actually forgot to put Mario into that last combat, so there should have been someone else. He just sat back, just letting you guys do his work, just waving the banner for inspiration. You guys.
He was petting the
We
horse.
should get a companion for Mario to sound a drum, and then someone else for a trumpet.
So what you're saying is we need to conscript more children.
Okay, so
Script a full band, Blackhead.
you already have the band on the ship.
That's
We're
right.
not bringing them
We
with
keep
us.
that
We
to
need
them.
children to bring with us. They die easier.
You push on. Livia, can you give me a magical sense? And can anyone who's got follow trail try and give me a follow trail to see if there are any other trails moving on. So, Olivia, you're like.
Can I do magical sense as well?
Yeah, no, you can do it as well, but you just haven't got the advantages that Livia has because she has the flavour of it. She senses it, and it was connected to her. So your divining rod, as you're moving your magical sense around, trying to determine, it's strong. It's almost pulling you this time, with that number of degrees of success. And you're pretty sure you know which direction you need to go in, pretty accurately as well. Carla, as you kind of see Livia, okay, let's see if I can sense. The winds of magic in here are getting more and more claustrophobic. They're having a harder time making their way through, and things seem to be tampering with them slightly. They don't flow smoothly. Sometimes you see parts of the wind just violently change direction further up ahead, but you do get just the subtlest flavour of what you think Livia is after, something pure, a magical sense that's of the earth. It's got that naturistic feel and flavour to it. And again, thinking of like a divining rod, putting 2 rods out and getting an idea, you kind of do this, and your hand moves much more than Livia's, but you get a sense of where to go at the very least, but it's not as precise. You don't spot any trails moving away into the forest, so you push on. Yeah, another 2 hours go by as you're following a very steady trail through the thicket, and it is getting thick now. The trees are much older in this part of the woods, massive in some cases, yet when you look at them, they just look dead. Whilst yes, there's lots of young trees going around, there's lots of parasitic vegetation that's grown over these old giants of nature. Many of them are dead, rotten from the inside, covered in fungus, moss, and other parasitic flora. But you don't get a sense that you've reached your destination yet. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
Are there any secret signs around here?
You can roll.
I would like to do that.
I would like to roll another magical sense. I mean, there's trees around. We're in the forest, so you know, Iran should be very, very strong around here. And see if there's anything off.
Sure, yeah, you can do that, looking for more Pacific lines, winds, effigies.
I'm gonna fortune that.
Sure.
Oh, can I also do a outdoor survival check?
Sure.
Can I just take a look around to see what actually killed this flora?
If you want to, you would have to stop to actually check on the.
You guys want to continue on? If our lights are light, I should be able to follow or catch up to you guys pretty quickly as long as you keep the light lit.
I mean, unless it's been an hour already, and I.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 hours.
I'm gonna just recast it then.
So you can stop if you want, Casper. You'll have to tell me for how long you stop. As the rest of the group move on.
Almost.
Damn it, almost. So, for the rolls, as you look around looking for marks, looking for signs, your secret signs rangers isn't quite. You've got 5 degrees of success, 4 and then +1 for passing. You see something that would probably need all 5 to even notice. As you're moving further into the forest, you see what looks like a goblin totem on the trees, but you have no idea what it means.
I'm going to point it out to the group, and I'm just going to assume this is a limitation of their territory.
You can make that assumption if you want.
I don't really know, but that's what I'm going to assume.
With your magical sense, you can tell that this area has been cut off from the winds of nature, the laws of nature and earth, and they are not getting here. The winds as you move further into this area seem more and more wrong. More and more as if something here is not right, not natural. Go ahead, Blackhand.
Would my dwarven knowledge allow me to understand the totem, or would it just be some greenskin junk?
So, for one, every tribe has different meanings, different stuff, signs and so forth. It's not a communal language like Dwarvish, especially when you're talking about totems. And not being a ranger, you just don't know. You know it's greenskinish because it looks shit.
I mean, their religious symbols are literally mounds of shit.
Mm-hmm. So, unless anyone else wants to do any rolls, you push on.
I mean, depending on the roll I can make, I'll probably spend like 5-10 minutes trying to figure out what happened here, but
Okay.
I'll need to know what kind of roll it is. Unfortunately.
This is a difficult one. So, there is magical sense. Roll me your dark stuff. Roll me the stuff that you would not normally.
Roll me your dark stuff, man.
Well, if you insist.
Roll me your dark stuff, daddy.
Okay. I'll roll the more evil things on my end, I suppose. Up. Ooh. And this, I guess? I don't think rolling petty magic counts.
Okay, so there.
I'll use a lucky charm on that last one, just to be on the safe side, just in case. You never know. There you go. Might not do anything, but still.
Okay, so for the necromantic side of things, there is something definitely that gives you a feeling of at least the idea of draining life from the way that the carcasses of the trees have almost desiccated as you touch it and break part of the bark off. And again, this is a mighty oak that's probably 600 years old and just dead, rotten from the inside. And as you take some of it and you feel the consistency of it, it feels like sponge, as if something has removed the life from it. And you think to your darker laws, Dark tongue doesn't help you much. No words would soothe this, but your chaotic lore. If something... Sorry, this is... you guys have essentially moved on from Casper. As he's doing this.
This is his alone time with the demon.
This is where I stay back for 5-10 minutes looking everything over.
Just think about that, Elbass.
As you think about, well, if you, you're not entirely sure if it's the same, but the thing that inhabits your vessel now, where your soul inhabits as well, in some ways it is a parasite, a leech. It wants something of you, your experiences as far as you're aware, and it gives something back. Well, what if something was just taken? What if there was a way to, and only with your knowledge of what the darker arts, the darkest arts can do, gives your mind a way to visualize the magic that could be at hand. You don't really have long enough now if you're only spending 5-10 minutes. But as you leave and begin to jog on, you at least have an idea that maybe something chaotic affected the trees in this area. At the same time, you can't be 100% sure. You move on quickly. 5-10 minutes, you'll easily be able to catch the group up. So within the first hour of you moving on from these great trees, your group comes across even larger, grander trees. Can those magic users around please give me a magical sense? This is for something different.
There is one thing I just thought about. Can I roll common knowledge of Theron elves to see if this is in any shape or form kind of like what happens in Athelborn, the dark parts?
Sure, you can do that. You do need a number of degrees.
Yep.
So for Casper, for Livia, as you do a magical sense, you can sense the signs of warpstone flickering in the winds around here. Only Casper senses it, can see that in the darkest parts where he can see there are green sparks that come up out of the winds. You can see that some fungus and other plants that are actually on these ancient oaks are also affected by this green sparking energy. Livia, you got a 6. Roll me a search test. Well, is this search or is this... No, this will be a fate roll. So 1d100. You need to get in the lower 30s.
So aren't we like getting close to the like part of the forest now, or are we getting away from it?
You're getting close to it. Livia, as you sense and you look, you can see the sparks up in the canopy, up in the treetops, the tiny sparks of energy. And as you look down, you can see a green glint in the dirt next to some fungus that grows and looks odd at the very least.
Can I try to determine if I should touch that fungus? Or, if it's dangerous to touch?
Considering you got a 6 on on the fate roll and a 6 with your magical sense, you can see that the fungus is giving off zapping green spores around it. As the faintest of breezes comes through, the smallest of tremors, you just see these spores just begin to fall, and there's just a of green energy that comes forth. But you do see that there is a green stone in the mud near them.
Ice. First of all, no. Second of all, you don't go around.
It's up to you,
don't
Livia.
go around put your mouth in weird stuff in the woods.
I'm going to call Ragnar over.
I mean, Casper's snuffing this stuff, so, you know, where's that can happen?
What's the mouth feel like?
Ragnar, you now know that there is a green stone in some mud next to some mushrooms. You don't see the green zapping, but the mushrooms look very toxic. These are the types of mushrooms that you look at from a distance and go, yeah, that looks dangerous. And when you get up close, you're like, is that rotting? It's like, oh.
Do you have that chest with you? The lead-lined one?
I probably do. Honestly, I wouldn't have the huge crate, but I would probably have the lead-lined one with me. Because he never knows when he might come across warpstone, and he really wants some. Like, yeah, why?
Well, seems like it's your lucky day, dwarf.
What do you mean, lucky? Oh, yeah, they pay good money for that. I think these all are lucky days if we can get that. Right, can you help me?
I would want to take some samples of that mushroom, if we can. You can have the warpstone.
Alright, well, give me a hand here so I don't get any of it on me. I don't like the look of that fungus stuff.
So who's going to get the stone and fungus?
I'm gonna put on my.
I would like to be on the other side of the party when they do that stuff.
I'm gonna put on my thick leather gloves.
So it's just Livia and Ragnar, or is it just Ragnar?
It's just Livia and Ragnar, I think.
Okay. If you're both going to attempt to get get a bit of the fungus and get the warpstone into the box and close it, that's perfectly fine. You can do that. I won't even make you roll a test to do it.
I do have a thick glove as well.
Okay, cool.
I had to buy one. Sorry.
Brilliant. So you go over to where the warpstone is, and you cut around the ground, taking the dirt with it. And you're like, okay, it's not a massive cluster or anything like that, but it seems to be a decent size. So you cut the dirt and you take the dirt with it with your leather glove. You just put it into the lead line case. Just in there. There we go. Go and you cut the fungus and you get that into the lead line. Close the top. Can you both roll me toughness with a +10?
This is what I was made for.
I'm going to fortune that.
Sure. Okay, so you're both you both take a deep breath before you go anywhere near it, and you're able to hold your breath long enough to get the spores into and get away. You don't breathe in warp infused mushroom spores. Well done.
Yay.
Well done. I was expecting someone to. So you basically gain one warp infused fungus, and 1 warpstone gem. Or stone.
1 warpstone gem.
And I'll say it only takes you 10 minutes because there was no emergency care.
Right now,
Hey, we could make
very
Casper
careful
snort that stuff.
You could,
Yeah,
and you
someone
could
be the
see.
snort?
Quite possibly.
Great.
You
I mean, it might be better than the gunpowder.
might. You
Well,
gather
snort
up your
does stuff.
treasures.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You gather up your treasures and you push on. The next hour brings you so close, Livia. You can tell. The reason you can tell is that it's beautiful here. An hour on, and you come to what looks like the elven forests. It's bright, green, lush. You can see that some of the trees are even fruiting. There are small animals that are up in the trees, birds making nests. For you as well, Aurelia, you come to such a contrast of, but you look behind you and see just dark, gloomy, haunted, twisted woods. And then out in front of you, it's just an elven paradise. And from this point now, you can get a sense of harmony coming to the area. But as you kind of stand and gawp, you feel that area shrink. And as you take a couple of steps forwards and then backwards and forward, you can feel almost an area of protection that you're walking in and out of. Only because of how attuned the wood elves are to magical forests. They're the only ones who feel this. But as you push on into this just beautiful glade, just flowering, wildflowers grow. There are several types of fungus that actually look edible and not twisted and warped. You push on further and you just hear this awful cry, this guttural, heart-wrenching cry of an int or a tree man. A bellowous roar of pain.
What on earth is that?
What in the
Uh,
hells was that?
yeah, I was not a beast man.
Right, I just readied his weapons, expecting a fight.
Did he just roll an axe?
No,
Yes.
it's not an axe. It's a hammerhead on one side and a spike on the other. It's not an axe.
Carl has an axe.
God hasn't.
Don't throw an
I
axe.
also
on the
ready
hells.
my axe.
Wait till they go in front of you. Then draw the axe. You even have paper to draw an axe on.
Oh, we can make something out of your skin.
Wow. Excessive.
He doesn't.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Hey, Ragnar. Smell
Yeah?
this. It smells of home. As I hold out the fucking warp snuff. No, but seriously. Casper's concerned and looking around at well, what the hell was that?
Elf, you're the one that. Is this what we're here to kill?
I think this might be what we're here to help.
It doesn't sound like something that wants helping. Sounds like something that wants to eat something.
I'm gonna start stepping forward. Because no one else seems to.
How close was that roll? Like, was it around the next bend or?
Within an hour. Within an hour. Maybe less, maybe more. The way that the sound travels, you're close.
How much time do we have before bad stuff was supposed to happen?
Half an hour. Well, no, an hour and a half. No, an hour and 20 minutes.
Alright, yeah, pick up the pace.
Well, if we're here to help it, let's hurry up. If it eats me, I'm holding you accountable.
Well, my vision wasn't that specific, but I assume we're here to help it.
Then let's hurry.
Aurelia, shall we run ahead? Oh, Aurelia just said BRB, never fucking mind. Shit.
Let's just all run.
Yeah.
Because four of us move at the same speed, two of us move faster.
Just run like fuck. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Try and get through this as fast as we can.
I don't usually run while I fuck, but I will run fast.
This is where the offer of if you want to jump my back comes back into play. If you do want to jump my back, I can carry you. I'm pretty fucking sure I can carry any of you.
Mate, I have move 6. Come at me.
Wait,
I have
6?
movement 7.
Wait, how the do you have move 6?
Move 5, sorry.
I was gonna say, Jesus.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
Just a tad, yeah.
No,
I mean, only of 1 point.
yeah,
I mean,
but you'll still be out. You'll still be outran.
Still
No,
at this point.
I'm a fucking lightning dwarf.
Right. Before this happens, listen. Does anyone want to lift on my back before I sprint off ahead of all of you? It's what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. Because I'm a dwarf. That'd be
I
hilarious.
first.
I carried you. You can carry me.
Hey, I go
Right.
first.
Quite heavy though.
Just don't
Yeah.
do anything rash, because, you know, forest spirits,
Okay.
they aren't that nice.
I think it was either Carla or Ragnar said it, so I'll decide between you two, and then whoever does, I'm running along with them on my back.
On a 2, it's Carla. It's Carla. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, you push on. Hearing this noise, you run at full pace. Your lungs burn, your legs ache, your muscles cry out to stop, but you push on even faster. Another monstrous cry comes out as you hear the sound of a tree fall, the sound of bark snapping and being crushed. An hour of running, you're so drained by now. Casper, you've pushed on with Carla, but not a massive degree. As you and Carla are the first to make it, the first to arrive, a wall of trees that covers just with enough clearing for people, creatures, trees to get past, almost as if it's a cathedral of nature. You see berry bushes growing, and the trees seem to open up their branches to allow light into this area. Butterflies and other insects buzz about. It's just so wonderful here, and yet you push through it, ignoring, listening to the sounds of nature doing battle. For the rest of you, you see Carla and Casper dart through these archways of trees, gigantic inside, seeing what they've seen, this incredible sight. For the elves, this would be a sight of home, a sight of something that they haven't seen in 2 months, 3 months. But with no time to enjoy it, they push on through. And whilst Carla and Casper will start ahead of the rest of the group, you come into a vast clearing where Carla and Casper would see it first. This ginormous oak, huge in size. You crane your necks just to be able to see the tops of the branches outstretched. This clearing is easily 30 meters in diameter. It is huge, but the creature that hugs the tree is even greater. A ginormous tree man hugs the tree, protecting it as you see smaller Ents attacking it. But these Ents do not move in a natural, fluid way. They are jerky and twisted movements that don't look correct at all. You see this ginormous tree man launch one of the smaller Ents across the clearing as it smashes against the trees that create this perimeter, these archways. And that is where we end our episode. As the rest of our team charge into the clearing, they all see this same sight. But with one last thing before we leave. As you enter this area, Livia, there is a build-up of wind. As it rushes through this area, the leaves on the great ancestor oak tremble. And you feel a feeling deep down inside that almost turns to words. A rumbling vibration that you think only you feel, but in actual fact, everyone here feels it, but only you understand it. Save my friend. I give all that I am to the next generation in his guard. As these vibrations stop, you watch as this great ancient tree's leaves go from a vibrant green to dull green to yellow to red as they fall from its great branches, littering the area in a crimson downpour. The tree man that seems to be protecting it cries out as you see dozens of spirits arise from the ancestor oak as balls of light. And we'll find out in the next episode if the team arrived in time or if the stars lied and they were just too late.
Timber.
But you'll have to join us for the next episode to find out what happens to this sacred place. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.